strikes on Zabrozik now, so the bunt call has to be off. Swinging away as a swing and a miss. Zabrozik will strike out. That will bring up the dangerous Nick Gilhouse, batting third for the Ironman today, and on the mound as well. Like I mentioned, the big right-handed pitcher and hitter is going to be playing baseball next year at Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Another pickoff attempt to McCluskey, force him back on the base. Pitcher for Bourbonnais is Spoon. Yep, you just can't make that up. Last name is Spoon. Gilhouse now the big standing lineup. There's a swing and popped one up into center. Center fielder not able to make a play. This wind is driving him crazy. It was hanging up there for a good 3 or 4 seconds, it felt like. Tough play. They're not able to make, so that'll probably go down as an error. Gilhouse reaches nonetheless, so a man on first and second brings up Jack Sherpke. Going to be hitting from the left side batter's box. Solid contact might just be enough today with the wind. Looking how it is. Iron are going to go with a courtesy runner here for Gilhouse. Get the pitcher off the base paths. So they brought in Dylan Tracy, the speedy outfielder, also wide receiver for the Iron during the football season, in relief of Gilhouse on the base path. So it's McCluskey at second, Tracy at first, and Sherpke up to bat. McCluskey able to get a big lead at second. There's a strike in on Sherpke. He's been seeing the ball fairly well this year. That's a ball high above the zone. Looks like an estimated 20 mile per hour wind speed today. That's not even adjusting for how high we are up in this booth, so could be around 30, 40, maybe 50 miles an hour, who knows. I sure don't. Now 2-1 pitch. Sherpke a swing and a miss that, or excuse me, it was fouled off. Looked like a wild pitch. But it'll be a 2-2 count. Working Spoon a little bit here. That is a strikeout looking. Sherpke will go down on 3 strikes. It's going to be the second out of the inning for the Iron. That'll bring up Nick Stoner. Big power hitter for the Iron. Not anyone any pitcher wants to be facing. Swing and a miss for the lefty to start the at-bat. Men on first and second. The Ironmen would love to capitalize on this situation early in the game. Now Stoner has been able to put a few over the fence, but I doubt it'll happen today the way the wind is looking. You saw what happened in center field. He'll foul one off behind him on the second pitch of the at-bat. Stoner is DHing. Not sure who isn't hitting on the defensive side of the ball, because usually you'll DH the pitcher, but when your pitcher's Nick Gilhouse, you don't want to do that. So they'll trade out someone else on who's playing defense for Nick Stoner to DH for. Stoner's now got a 1-2 count, pardon me. He's going to swing at one high above the zone and foul it into the softball field. Got just a piece of it on the high fastball. Two outs for Stoner and a 2-2 count. Count runs full. See what Nick can do here. He's going to push one to the shortstop and not able to get to first. He'll be put out and end the inning for the Iron. 0-0 going into the second. We're back with Gilhouse on the mound still after holding him scoreless in the first. Due up for Bourbonnais is their 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Boswell, Rodriguez, and Spoon. Gets a first pitch strike on the left-handed hitter Boswell for Bourbonnais. It was a good first inning to hold him scoreless, but did throw 22 pitches in doing so. Hope they can limit the pitch count a little bit for the righty, keeping in the game as long as possible. You have to imagine once he is done on the mound, he will be making a double switch to stay in. Big swing and a miss. There's a strikeout for Nick Gilhouse, first one of the day. We are one out into the second inning now. Nick Gilhouse has been in control so far. Not a lot of people you'd rather, or less rather face especially when they're throwing from the full windup like that. He has just hung him in very workmanlike now. It's a 1-1 count for Rodriguez. There's the 1-2. And he is not taking a lot of time between the pitches. He just gets the ball back, winds up, and throws another in. That one was outside. No, I have to be wary of that. Did hit a runner in the first. Hit a batter, excuse me. That one's popped up. See if they can make a play. And that'll be over the fence. Sherpke got to the fence, but ran out of room and wasn't able to make a play as it went over. And there's a grounder. McCluskey will handle it, get it to first, and that's a second out of the inning. Around the horn and back to Gilhouse. Just a routine ground ball, and McCluskey makes it look so easy. So as it turns out, the Ironman on offense are just not using a DH. They're having Gilhouse hit for himself as a pitcher and not subbing out anyone else. And I can't say that's a bad choice with the bats they have in the lineup and on the field right now. In other Ironman sports for today, Olivia Hartke competing at the IHSA state track meet. Olivia ran the 3,200 meters, something I will never do. And Nick Gilhouse will strike him out. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Gilhouse to get it. It's Jacob Newberry up to bat. Newberry playing third base, a little out of position for himself today, but hasn't seen any problems so far. That one's high and outside. Newberry will look at the first one for a ball. Still 0-0 in the second inning. And that one's popped out to the right fielder. Made the over-the-shoulder catch to get Newberry out of there. See Preston King take his first at-bat of the day. Left fielder going to be hitting in the left-handed batter's box. Might be attacking Spoon on the mound. They are having a lot of guys hit left-handed. Preston King will look at his first one. Look at a second strike in there. Quick 0-2 count for King. Swing and a miss. He's out on 3 pitches. Tough at bat for Preston King to get the day started. But Sam Kawaji will be coming up to bat now. In our shortened live stream against Belleville East, he was raking. A couple of hits to start the day. Big double, 3 RBIs. He'll look at a first ball. There's a 1-1 count, evening it out as Spoon on the mound for Bradley Bourbonnais. So another strikeout on Kawaji. So a 1-2 count. They are getting themselves in some tough situations at the plate. Looking at pitches that are being called as strikes. That one, however, is not. It's going to be 2-2 for Kawaji. And he'll be sat. Oh, nope. Took a ball there. My apologies. Bradley took the about an hour and a half trip here today. As Kawaji strikes out. It'll be the third out of the inning, and we'll see in the third. Back to start the third inning. Nick Gilhouse has been in command so far with 2 strikeouts at least. Might be 3. We'll have to check our stats department for that information, but nevertheless has been mowing him down so far. Quite literally one time, as he did hit a batter in the first, but moves past that. Another first pitch strike for Gilhouse, and that has been the key for both teams so far. There's a quick hit back to the pitcher. Gilhouse fields it off the bounce, and it'll be out at first base. The old 1-3 put out. That's number 19. So maybe they are using a pitch hitter, or is that 8. Hard to tell from this distance. I believe it's Logan Fricker on first base for the Ironman today. Nick Stoner hitting for him. It is exactly that. Yep, Logan Fricker on first base. And it looks like Gilhouse talking to the umpire now. Not sure what that's about. And Short is talking to Sherpke behind the plate. Okay, so we're just going to resume play, I suppose. It's Andrews, the shortstop for Bourbonnais, hitting 8th in their lineup. Have to just leave it to the imagination what that conference was about there. Swing and a miss, a lazy swing and a miss from Andrews to start his at-bat. Beautiful day for some baseball, but a lot of wind, and it's been apparent. See that winding pop up into center. Lay able to make the diving catch to get the put out. Tip of the cap from Nick Gilhouse. Great effort, great speed from Connor Lay in center field to make the catch. So Andrews goes down. That'll bring up right fielder Schmidt. In the attempted bunt to get on base, tossed it is Gilhouse to Fricker. That'll be another 1-3 put out to end the inning. We'll see it for the bottom half of the third. It's playing a lot for them. And when it's not windy, it echoes. Oh man, this laptop isn't plugged in. You want to hand me that thing? It shouldn't be an issue, but might as well. Thank you. Ugh. Alright, we're gonna wait till it's an issue. Maybe. Should we? Probably not. This is fine. Alright. We are back. Sooner than we imagined. But it's been a great showing so far for Nick Gilhouse on the mound. Gilhouse has been forcing outs left and right with the help of great plays from his outfielders. Connor Lay got a diving catch in the previous inning. Sit down the second batter. Only faced 3 that inning. But now for the Ironman on offense. It's going to be Connor Lay, number 1, the left-handed hitter. Gets a strike on the first pitch, and they are not swinging at the first pitch. I'm not sure if that's predetermined when they step up there. They're just going to look at one, see if they like it. Swing and a miss there by Lay. Or they're just not seeing anything they want to hit or take a swing at. And there's a 3-strike at bat for Connor Lay. He'll go down swinging. So Spoon and Gilhouse working through the lineup pretty easily. But here's McCluskey up at the top of the batting order for the Ironman now. He was able to reach on a single first at bat of the game, or at least for the Ironman. Remember, they put 2 on base and left them stranded there in the first. The strike. Big strike box. Low strike box today. There's a swing, and McCluskey will be 2 for 2 with 2 singles. That one's driven into center field. He'll round first base and stop there. So McCluskey's about the only person seeing the ball very well right now. He'll be on first. And it reads Zabrozik at bat. 1 out down for the Iron. To avoid hitting into the double play here. See if they're willing to bunt. They had Zabrozik bunting in his first at bat until he drew 2 strikes. He went down swinging his first time up. That one's got some power on another single into center field. No play at second base, although it was pretty short. But a good piece of hitting from Caleb Zabrozik. Back-to-back singles into center for the Ironman will leave McCluskey at second, Zabrozik at first, and bring up Nick Gilhouse. Gilhouse 1 for 1 so far today. Finally some signs of some offense. The first since the first inning. That one's inside on Gilhouse. Wild pitch could be crucial here just to advance some runners. Get him 90 feet closer to home plate. Gilhouse will take a strike, and he's one of the most calm looking players at the plate. He's very high stance. And you can just tell he's been here before. The senior will be done with school on Monday. That one's low. He'll get the ball there. It's going to be a 2-1 count now. Again, 1 out for the Ironman in their half of the third inning. Strike called. So it's 2-2. Long at bat for Gilhouse. Relatively. Considering a lot of players have been getting pitched out quickly. And there's a pickoff attempt at second. That's going to leave McCluskey in a pickle, and he'll be out at third. But Zabrozik is able to advance. So McCluskey out stealing. Picked off to second, and he was just too far to get back at that point. Too far gone, and McCluskey's going to be out at third, leaving Zabrozik at second. So 2 outs now for Gilhouse, and Zabrozik's going. Strike 3, swinging for Gilhouse. Zabrozik was running, and it doesn't matter. So, going to be the top of the 4th inning when we come back. back in the 4th inning. Bradley Bourbonnais up to start the top of the 4th. Jasmine's going to be batting. Top of the lineup here. 1, 2, and 3 due up. That's Jasmine, Wrenchen, and Meyer. Jasmine pops up to short, and Griffin McCluskey will make a play out at first. That one was an odd ball. Popped up and took a high bounce. McCluskey able to field it cleanly, fortunately for the Iron. So Jasmine goes down, making him 0 for 2 for the day. That'll bring up third baseman Wrenchen for Bradley Bourbonnais. Low crouched stance, swing and a miss on the first pitch. And that has been the story of the day for Gilhouse. First pitch strikes, making it easier at bats for him. That one's high, making it 1-1. He's worked through the now part of the 4th without even blinking. Have to wonder how long he can go. Swing and a pop-up. That one's going to be Fricker's ball if he can track it down. And yep. So out at is Wrenchen. 2 up, 2 down so far. The catcher Meyer at to bat now for Bourbonnais. They have not been able to generate any offense at all with Gilhouse on the mound. Swing and fouled it off behind him. Gilhouse will get another strike, so it's 1-2. The windup and drilled to third base on the ground. Across the diamond, making the play is, that was Jacob Newberry. Getting across the diamond for the 3rd out of the inning. The Iron will be up in the bottom of the 4th. Alright, we are back with the Irons half of the fourth inning. Cleanup hitter Jap Shirky starting it off for the Ironman in the left-handed batter's box. Still 0-0. Been a great pitching matchup. Gilhouse, don't mention it, has given up 0 hits so far. In fact, he has faced 12 batters and sat them down in that order. Of course, he did hit the batter in the first inning, but he got him out with a double play ball, so using even that to his advantage. So Sherpy is up, try to get some offense started for the Iron. There's some solid contact into a cornfield, out of play. Sherpy gets the bat on one into center field. Left center, he's going to have a single. Good piece of hitting for Sherpy now. And that'll bring up the fifth man in the lineup. That is Nick Stoner. Going to take a courtesy runner for Sherpy. Give him some extra time to get that catcher's gear on. Sent out Dylan Tracy to run for Nick Gilhouse in the first inning. Hard to tell who that is on first base now. Ethan Potts, outfielder for the Iron and senior, is on first base. Number 8, with Nick Stoner up to bat. Pickoff attempt is gonna get him. Hate to see that for a courtesy runner. Oh, did it not? Looked like the umpire motioned he was out. Would have been a bad look if you're subbed into the game to run bases and you get picked off. Now a pickoff attempt as he goes. It's going to be out at second trying to steal. And he's confused as motioning to short at third base. Maybe some miscommunication caused him to go. So Potts will be out stealing second. Got a man off and got him off. Got a man on and got him off just that quickly. Some more contact and that'll be into right center, left center again. Stoner trying to stretch for 2. Relay is not going to get there in time. Stoner's got a double. And you think if you weren't trying to, maybe someone's on third, maybe he's home. With Nick Stoner at bat. Another courtesy runner coming in. Who will it be this time? Letting the big boys do the hitting, and some quick, shifty guys will come in to run for him. It's number 3 on the base path. At bat, you're going to have Jacob Newberry. Zach Orendorf is running for Stoner. Orendorf very quick, outfielder for the Iron when he's on defense. Newberry will look at a strike. So some excitement in this fourth inning with an out. We'll see if they can get a run across the board. Swing and into right center this time. Ironman bats have been clinking this inning. They're going to give up another double, RBI double for Jacob Newberry, getting Orendorf home. Great move that time with the courtesy runner. And Jacob Newberry dancing on second base, much to the dismay of Bradley Bourbonnais. All right, Preston King, left fielder, stepping in here. It is 1-0 after the Ironman back-to-back doubles to score a run. Bunt attempt, he's going to be out of play. Trying to advance Newberry to third. Preston King, maybe not their strongest hitter, trying to get Kawaji up to bat before the inning's over. Still working with one out. They're willing to make it two if they can advance Newberry. Swing and popped up into the softball field. 2 strikes now, both fouled off by King in the bottom of this 4th inning. Apologize for any wind feedback you might be hearing. We are feeling it just the same. King goes down swinging, unable to advance Jacob Newberry, but Sam Kawaji's up to bat now. Interesting enough, his family is right behind a right field. Strike in on Kawaji to start the at-bat with 2 outs now and a runner in scoring position at second. Swing and a miss. That's going to be 2 quick strikes. It is still Spoon reaching the 60 pitch mark with this next one. No action in the Bradley Bourbonnais pen. Can't say these as they have a pitcher warming up now. Swing and fouled off. Making Spoon work a little bit out here on the mound, extending the at-bat. And swing and a miss. Kawaji's going to go down swinging. That'll end the 4th inning. We'll be back with the 5th. We're back with the 5th inning from the Ironman baseball fields. Able to make it a 1-0 lead in their half of the 4th. And what's interesting is this game is at 55 minutes of playtime in the 5th inning. Just amazing work from Nick Gilhouse on the mound. And not bad by Spoon on the Bourbonnais side of things to get through these lineups fast. And we appreciate him for doing that. So Boswell is at bat. Gilhouse still on the mound. Some action in the bullpen still. There's a pop-up out of bounds. Be a 2-1 count now. Boswell is hitting cleanup for Bourbonnais. He's 1 for 0 today. Or, excuse me, that's undefined. 0 for 1. Aside from some wind, it is a perfect day for baseball. There's a swing out of bounds again. So Gilhouse able to work it back to a 2-2 count. Put some pressure on Boswell now. He will be walked. I suppose it was a 3-2 count. So Gilhouse runs it full and can't get a strike, so Boswell will be on first base. The last time a batter reached, he grounded into a double play the next at bat. So Gilhouse is able to work from the stretch a little bit, manufacture some ground balls or pop-ups. He does manufacture a pop-up there, but that one's going to be out of play as well. Pitcher in the bullpen is going from the full windup from the mound, not just warming up anymore. A bunt to get some offense started. Gilhouse is going to have to make a play at first. So they'll advance a runner on the sacrifice bunt. Gilhouse was his third put out of the day on a grounder back to him, oddly enough. Bourbonnais being very methodical here. They know they don't have a lot of opportunities with the guy on the mound pitching so well. They're going to put a man on second at the risk of getting an out. Probably a smart play. That one's a little low and in the dirt. Runner's not able to advance as Sugary corralled it. Swing and miss from the Bourbonnais batter. That's Rodriguez at the plate. Excuse me, it's Spoon, the pitcher. Rodriguez was the one who reached on the walk. Low and outside, gets the righty. Gilhouse could use a punch out now, without the possibility of a double play. That one's going to be single into right field. Runners are going to advance. So Spoon on with a single. Gilhouse unable to retire his opposite number. Courtesy runner coming in for Spoon, the pitcher. So runners at the corners here. See what Gilhouse can do in a little bit of a pinch. The first of any kind he's seen today. It's going to be a conference on the mound. Have to wonder if they're pulling him. Regardless, Gilhouse has thrown a great game. I believe that was the first pitch he's let up so far. Spoon, on the other hand, has given up 7 hits. So Gilhouse has walked 1, hit another, but struck out 2, giving up a single hit in his 4.1 innings pitched. Very characteristic of Coach Short. He's going to go for the conference on the mound before pulling his starter, a move we've seen quite often. Can't blame him for trusting in Nick Gilhouse, especially with the outings he's having today. man on first. There is double play potential, but a man on third will make them wary of making too many tough throws. Great strike from Nick Gilhouse. It is interesting to see the impact these meetings on the mound have on a pitcher and their confidence. Some could get nervous or shaky. Others really benefit from it. It's really on the coach to know their player in those situations. There's a bunt attempt that'll go out of bounds, out of play. Showing he's going to swing. We'll see what he does. Gilhouse will step off. Look the runner back at first. It is 0-2 for the batter after a strike and a fouled off. Swing and a miss. That's going to be in the dirt. Corralled it and tagged him out for the drop third strike rule. So that'll go down as Nick Gilhouse's third strikeout. There you see it. The confidence coming back for a pitcher after a conference on the mound. So now with 2 outs, see if he can work himself out. Swing and a miss. You could hear that pitch hit the glove from here. Another swing, or excuse me, strike. That one was looking. Runner will take second base uncontested, not too worried about it here, with an 0-2 count and 2 outs. Now 2 runners in scoring position, but Gilhouse could end it here. That one's going to be a ball just outside the zone. Might want to get him to chase. You don't want to leave one inside that he could take for a hit. If you can get him to chase at a bad pitch, that is the ideal situation for Gilhouse. There's a pitch just outside. Could have been a strike, but again, we are about 500 feet away, so I don't know. Gilhouse steps off, gives himself some time to think it over. Gets the signal, and he's winding up, and strike 3 called. Gilhouse works himself out of a pinch to end the Bourbonnais half of the 5th inning. Iron will be up to bat when we come back. Back with the 5th inning. The Ironmen going with a pinch hitter here. Jake Jasek at the plate for the first time.